So we are here at the Walters Art Museum viewing the marble portrait of a man sculpture created sometime between 230 and 240 AD in the ancient Rome exhibit.
Someone can easily distinguish this work as Roman and not Greek for a few reasons. First off, the figure is clothed rather than nude.
Yes, and the portrait consists not only of the figure's head and neck, but of his chest as well, as this was a popular portrayal during this time in Roman art. Another reason is that the figure's head is one representing an individual rather than a repetitive ideal image used by the Greeks.
From viewing this work, you can easily grasp a sense of tranquility. You can see this in his calm eyes, relaxed cheeks, and subtle lips.
The calmness presented here is actually quite fascinating, considering the way he is dressed. You can notice his militaristic attire underneath his robes, particularly on his shoulders.
Right, although this figure appears to seem calm, almost humble you could say, he appears to have a superiority over the Roman people, and is perhaps a military figure.
Yes, and I think it is important to realize that his facial expression is very similar to that of Augustus's portrayal as a general about 250 years earlier. You can see that Augustus expresses the same sense of subtlety, particularly noticeable in the structure of his mouth. It appears that he is on the brink of a smile, just as the individual in the portrait of a man.
The importance of this comparison is that Augustus's image was meant to present him as a respectable leader of the Roman Empire, so it is likely that the same purpose was meant for the individual depicted in the portrait of a man.
But why?
The style in this portrait of a man was supposedly influenced by portraits of a previous emperor, Caracalla. From 198 to 211, Caracalla ruled alongside his father, Septimius Severus, until he died in 211, leaving Caracalla to rule alone until his assassination in 217.
But we'll get to that in a moment. So the influences can be seen as both of their heads are tilted, demonstrating movement. Their eyes are staring over top of the viewer, reflecting authority over a large group of people, and each of their facial expressions appear animated. We can really obtain a sense of how these two figures are supposed to be presented.
This brings us to what is perhaps the most obvious difference, and what certainly reveals the importance of the portrait of a man. Caracalla was known as a bloodthirsty tyrant, which can clearly be noticed through his stern facial features, like his eyes and mouth, expressing powerful discipline, which may also have been the reason for his assassination in 217.
Exactly. So it seems that although this portrait of a man was influenced by the style of portraits depicting Caracalla, the difference in facial expressions seems to send a message, one that reveals a desire for a more accepted and respectable leader of the Roman people.